Hey guys, Yankee Blue here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing another offensive scheme out of the Phillies playbook. This is going to kind of round out everything. This is going to be our main shotgun formation. If you've already been following the scheme, as I've been putting out the formations, the mini schemes that are all combined to make a full scheme out of this playbook. You can go ahead and add this mini scheme that I'm about to give you guys right now, or for some of you guys maybe that are doing the draft champions and just need a quick mini scheme, I feel like this is probably going to be the most effective scheme out of this entire playbook. So if you don't want to utilize everything else that I've already kind of put out as far as this playbook, I feel like this is something that you could run with maybe one run heavy formation out of the schemes I've already broke down, and you're going to have a very effective offense. I feel like this is going to be something that you're going to be able to run with just a handful of these plays, and you're going to be able to beat really any base coverage that an opponent is going to throw at you. And you're going to be able to beat them for short, easy throws, and you're going to be able to beat them for the deep throws and for touchdowns. So I'll go ahead and break it down, but that's just kind of how I look at this particular scheme, how it's really going to break down for you guys. It's to utilize as part of the full scheme, or as something that you can just utilize if you need plays for this playbook so that you can be as effective as possible on offense and you don't want to learn an entire playbook. Definitely check this out, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The formation I'm going to talk about today is going to be this sixth option in the shotgun drop down menu, and the play that we are going to look at first, that's going to be our base play out of this formation, is going to be this underplay zone coverage here. We can see the play art. So the reads are going to go from the far left to the right. So we're going to be looking for square first. If it's man coverage or that no coverage floats to the underneath there with square, and that corner to the left hand side, we're going to be throwing that out route, and you're going to see how effective that is. The next part is going to be if we do have coverage that's floating up towards square to take away that out route, we're going to look to this block and release route by triangle first. What you're going to see, guys, as I show you this zone coverage and why this play is just a great base play out of this formation, is that block and release, as soon as it is zone and it's not a zone blitz, triangle is going to float out into the flat, and what you're going to see is 99% of the time it's going to be an easy completion for at least 5 yards. Unless it's cover 2. Cover 2 is the only thing that's really going to give us a problem, but even against cover 2, unless they hard flat, to take that away, we're going to have that throw against cover 2 as well. So, and then our read progressions will go to R1 and then circle, and then we'll have a later read with X. And what you'll see against cover 4, because of that slant by R1 and the underneath routes, you're actually going to have a throw to X as well if you want to take a deeper throw. But let's go ahead and snap the ball. As we can see here, even against the cover 4, you got an easy completion there on the out route. Alright, so as we check this out, we see we're looking left to right here. What we're going to see here, if we just freeze frame right here, this is everything we need to know about this play, guys. So this is cover 4, and even with somebody dropping back into coverage, that route, it just gets open a lot of the time. A lot of time it's going to get open against a cover 4, even a cover 3, depending on where the zones float back to. We can see here we have this throw to that release route by the running back as well. What I'm going to tell you about this route is that, like in a situation like this is going to be a rack catch. Rack catch and then run, and we're going to pick up easy yards. It's going to be a pain in the neck. Your opponent's going to have to do specific things to stop this. Otherwise, you're going to be able to run this a lot, and you're going to have a high-low read. As you can see here, high-low read here, either the out or then the block and release route by the running back. And your opponent's going to have to make a choice about how they want to try to stop this, how they want to try to slow this down. They are going to have to make adjustments. And if your opponent cannot make adjustments, if they just want to sit in the coverage and run a lazy defense, this base play is not going to allow them to do that. You're going to be able to tear them apart pretty much with one play. And then to complement that, even though we have this high-low read that's going to be there every single time for us, We also have these crossing routes here coming across the field that are going to be open as well. We can see we have those, and then what we'll also see is that late breaking route by the tight end. It's going to be open, guys. You're going to be able to throw that for a completion as well. So here we've got man coverage, guys. We'll go ahead and snap it. So here we can see we're looking left. So we've got a press there. We know it's going to be man. We've already got routes beating it. We're going to make those throws. We can see that our running back stays in to block, which is going to eat up a defender as well. We've got good pass protection if they wanted to send a man blitz. And what we're going to see here is, again, 3 routes to the left-hand side of the field that are going to beat man. That route's going to get open if we wait for it. We've got the slant, and we have a drag underneath. So as we can see here, with this formation, the way this is set up here, that we're attacking the left side of the field. What I'm going to show you now is why this is going to make this kind of a cool, very easy and effective play to run. Is you'll see that your short pass play, square, out of this formation is stick. Now, most of you probably familiar with stick if you've been playing Madden for a little while. It's an effective play in and of itself, but I'm going to show you how to make this even more effective and make this kind of a play that's going to be, again, a pain in the neck for your opponent to defend no matter what coverage he is in. So we'll pick that up here. And the only adjustment, I'm going to make 2 adjustments on this play. I'm going to take X and I'm going to smart route that option route that he's on. What that's going to do is make it a deeper read. So if it's zone, he's going to sit down in a deep hook, which is going to free up square for a wide open throw on that slant, because we'll be pushing the zones back with that option route. And the only other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take triangle, and instead of running that tail route, I'm going to run him on an in to the right side of the field. That way all of my reads are to the right side of the field. So we saw with unders that we were attacking the left side of the field. Now we've got a quick audible with only 2 adjustments, and we've got a play that's going to absolutely annihilate the right hand side of the field. And what that's going to allow us to do is, no matter what coverage our opponent is in, we are going to be able to get to a play and attack pretty much anywhere on the field that we want to, and our opponent's never really going to be sure until after the snap of the ball what we're attacking. So we'll run this here against man, and what you'll see, okay, got a bad throw there. We'll run that again. So smart route X. Nope, gotta pick the play first. So smart route and then in triangle. You see there's the setup again, guys. Snap the ball. We see it's man. And there we go, easy completion there. So what we're going to see here, guys, is as we watch this play, we're going to see we've got tons of routes that are open, guys. 3, maybe 4 routes open. We probably don't want to throw that right at the snap of the ball, but we know we have the in to the running back. The slant is going to get separation here, and then we know we've got that deeper out route to the tight end as well. So here we'll just show it against the cover 3. It's a very common defense that you'll see. We'll run this stick play again. We'll do our adjustments, smart route X, in triangle. We'll see the setup there. We'll snap the ball. And what we're going to see is we got an easy completion there. Let's check it out. And so what we're going to see here is as we snap the ball, we have a ton of things that we can complete here, guys. We're basically flooding that side of the field. We have 3 different options because of the flood that we've got going on here against the cover 3. This defender right here is going to have to make some choices about who they want to cover. If he goes this way, we're going to have a very, very wide open throw to the slant across the middle of the field. He chose not to take that, and so we can always take that easy completion into the flat and pick up yards after the catch there. That option route is going to turn into a curl on the zone play, and what we're going to really like about that is that it's going to pull the coverage back, and it's going to free up that slant, and it's just going to be an easy completion. So the next thing I want to show you guys out of this, so audibles, we have an inside zone. That's going to be effective. We can run the pass plays and then run some run plays just to keep our defensive opponent off guard. You guys all know 4 verticals, the most effective play in Madden that everybody loves to run. And then we have this PA wide receiver play. Now, I would not say run this play a lot, but what I will say is under certain circumstances, there's a setup that I want to show you guys for a specific thing that you are going to be looking for. What you're going to be looking for is a situation where maybe your opponent calls a man blitz, a zero blitz, you know, like Overstorm Brave or something like that. One of those base audibles out of a coverage, a defensive coverage formation, where they're sending 6, where the safeties are manned up against somebody. If they're hitting you with blitzes a lot or trying to hit you with blitzes a lot, this play, with a very easy adjustment, you run this play and you're going to annihilate your opponent. Base setup would be this. I would hit L1 and I'm going to hit right up on the right stick, and what that's going to do is it's going to block your tight end and it's going to block your running back triangle. And then the only adjustment that I'm going to tell you to make is drag square, slant R1, snap the ball. And what we're looking for is right at the break there, we've got that funky route by circle. And I'm going to show you this in instant replay, guys. And then I'll switch it to a man blitz so you guys can see what this will do. So even against the cover 3 where your opponent's not blitzing you, and they're not sending that coverage, here's what you're going to see, guys. That route out here. Now we kind of got a bad throw there, and this wide receiver, who is that anyways? Randall. He's probably not the guy. He's probably not the guy for this. If you had a taller wide receiver with some spec catch, this is going to be even better. But what you can see is that he's wide open. He's wide open. We make a, you know, he doesn't hold on to the ball there, but nobody's making a play on that. I mean, somebody might be able to use that, but you get up there, you get it. That's a huge completion. That's a play where you're easily getting where we start the 30. He catches that, you know, 20 yards, 18, 20 yards, a huge chunk of yards. What I'm going to show you now is, so that plays there even against zone. I'm going to show you against an actual man blitz. Okay, so again, we're going to go to be a wide receiver in. We know that our opponent likes to send the pressure. L1, up on the right stick, drag square, slant R1, snap the ball. And we've got a huge completion just on it, easy, and that's going to be a quick read every time. We have the deeper throw if we want to take that. L1, up on the right stick, streak him, throw that one down. Snap the ball, pressure's coming in. There we go. And we've got a big completion deep down the field. So this next play out of this formation is for a very specific situation. So we talked about opponents sending 0 blitzes, those 6-man blitzes, with no safeties up top in deep zones in coverage. So one thing I want to show you guys, this is going to be a you're only going to use this maybe once a game, maybe twice, depending. I think if you show your opponent this one time, you're never going to get an opportunity to run this again. And it's slot cross. Pretty simple play, pretty effective against man zone, things like that because of those crossing routes from the right side to the left. But what I want to key in on this play and why this play should be a part of this scheme and something you should use in specific situations, I want you to take a look at that play art for that receiver on the far left. You'll see that it's a streak route, but it has a bit of a curve at the start of it. It's very subtle, guys. Might not think too much about it. There may be other plays and other playbooks that have this route in it. This is the only one that I know of out of this one. There are some that have a little bend, not quite as pronounced out of other plays. When you see the play art, it's not the same route. This is a very, very special route, and I'll show you why right now. So the situation that you want to try to use this play on is if you're noticing that your opponent is either coming out in a 0 blitz or pressing and doing like a cover 1. And I'll show you what we're looking for on the plays right Now, I'm going to have to come out in a press play here. So we'll come out and cover one whole press. So what we'll see here, guys, if we see a look like this, where there's one high safety and we see when we look to the left to square that he's pressed and that safety is up top, we're going to know that this play is good. And basically what we're going to be doing as soon as we see this, we're going to snap the ball and we are going to lob to square. So I'll show you right now what I mean. That is going to be a touchdown every time, even if that safety up top, even if there's two high safeties and you see this press, but you see that high safety roll to the inside and you've got press on the outside, this throw is going to be there every time and it's going to be a touchdown. What I want to show you is the next part of this, which is going to be the 2-minute drill for this. So there's going to be two formations that we can go to in our audibles. If we hit square and click to the right, we're going to see this gun tree offset weak. And I'm going to show you a play here. If we've got an opponent who's running a lot of zone, this is going to be an effective little set that we can kind of run here in order to take advantage of that. And it's, again, going to be a pain in the neck for our opponent to defend. So to snap the ball, we're going to see here against zone, we've got this little bubble screen to the outside. It's really going to take advantage of somebody who wants to try to sit in the zone all game and just kind of play a very simple, easy type of defense where they don't have to do much. It's going to force them to have to play this. So, and as we can see here with the option route to run back, we'll have a cool little route underneath there as well. The cool part about this is, so we can pass to the left side out of this country offset. We've got a slant, which will attack the right side of the field. Here, again, I would probably option the running back there. And so we'll have these quick throws here that we can run. We have verticals, good verticals out of here to also attack zone. And then we've got an inside zone, which will be pretty effective out of this play too. And then the other part of this, what I want to show you guys here is this bunch wide. If your opponent is in a cover 3 or a cover 4 and is sitting in that, you can run a hurry up offense here. Go to this PA post play. Some of you guys might have already seen this play. And what you're going to see is you have routes that can beat man and zone. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to streak triangle. That's the only adjustment I'm going to make. And the reads are going to kind of go from left to right. We're going to be looking for square. We see that we've got it. So pick up the PA post route. Go ahead and streak that one. And what I want to demonstrate here, again, right there on the break, a big play to the middle of the field is what we're going to have there. So as you can see here, guys, we can run this offense to the left or to the right out of this gun wide trips weak. We've got some formations. We've got a bunch formation we can switch to. We've got that Eagles PA spot where we can basically, we have a screen that we can run and to the left hand side of the field. It's a quick throw. We're going to get easy yards there. And then we've also got the bunch wide to attack the right side of the field and get some deep plays out here. Out of this formation, we've got an outside zone if we want to run the ball. We've got verticals, also very effective there. PA post spacing if we want to attack the right hand side of the field. We can do some different things out of that. It really just depends on what we want to do. But we have a very effective little scheme out of one formation. We can get to a lot of very, very effective formations for that. And we can run a hurry up out of this and really pressure our opponent. Alright guys, so that is the scheme that I wanted to show you guys out of this shotgun formation with a couple of complementary plays to help you based on the coverage you're seeing from your opponent. What I'm going to do with this, guys, so this is to complement what I've already put out to have a well-rounded scheme for that Philly playbook. But what I'm going to do in my next gameplay, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I've shown you these plays out of these formations that we can run for a very effective high-paced offense that's very simple to run. What I'm going to do next is, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a gameplay where I run only this scheme and then the scheme out of the I-form week. Just to give me, I'm going to run this shotgun scheme with one heavy run formation, just to have balance, guys. So basically 2 core formations, just running this shotgun scheme and then the scheme out of the I-form close, just to show a well-rounded, easy to run offense. And you guys can take pieces of this, other things that I've done, and match it together however you want to. But I just want to show how effective, how easy it is to set up a scheme, guys, just based off some simple audibles and really finding just one base play that you can run out of and do the things you need to do. I think this is going to be really effective. So I'm going to go ahead and run gameplay showing that. If you guys like that, please comment in the comment section and let me know. Let me know if this is how you want me to show schemes now. If I just run a simple, very simple scheme, not too many formations, and just show you that way, or if you want a full-on scheme. Let me know, guys, in the comment section. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Please let other people know about this channel. If you like the content, let other people know. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed. You know, hit up other people, let them know if they need help with the game. Tell them this is the channel to check out, guys. I really appreciate the support. This is Yankee Blue. We'll see you guys next time.